Hi, this is Martha Van Dam, and welcome back to Living Beyond. So we are just a couple of days before December, and you and I both know what that means. It means that we are just about to be in the month where we tend to have the busiest time possible going on. We've got stuff with the work, stuff with the kids, stuff with school, stuff at home. There just tends to be stuff with family, stuff with friends. There tends to be so much that gets crammed into the month of December. Everybody wants to have a Christmas party or some kind of get together, and all the decorations, all the food, you get it. It's a big deal. So in order for you and I to have, at the end of December, to feel like we've had a fabulous month and an exciting one, and we've been able to see people and do things, in order for us to be able to feel that way and not feel exhausted and burned out and anxious and a little snippy, in order for us not to feel that way, we must, absolutely must, have some order and some boundaries in place. We must. And so here we are right before December starts. I'm going to suggest so strongly that you go ahead now, if you haven't done already, go ahead now and take out your calendar and look at the month of December. And when I look at mine already, I think, oh, okay, there's not a whole lot in here. Oh, look, well, that weekend is already taken up because of an event my husband is participating in, and we're going to see some family. Oh, and the next Saturday, he has a concert the next weekend, and we have grandkids coming over, and, well, that's only 2 weekends left. See how fast it fills up? And so here's what I'm going to suggest that you do with the goal in mind of, at the end of this month, we want to look back and say, you know what? I did the things that were most important to me. I spent my time doing things that were meaningful and special to me and to other people. And if we are tired, we want it to be a good tired, not an exhausted, frustrated, anxious tired. So what I would like you very much to do is go ahead and take out your calendar and make sure that you have in it those things that you've already committed to. There may be some things that are very difficult to get out of, or things that you absolutely, the best thing for you to do is be there. Like being at your children or your grandchildren's events, if they have special events at school, music or performances of some kind. And then if you know that you're supposed to be visiting family or friends, you have family or friends coming to see you, write that down. And then block out the times also that you're going to need to prepare for those things. So I actually don't even know if we have people coming over on Christmas this year or not. Guess I better figure that one out, hadn't I? But I know that if we do, I also had better be planning a couple of days before that to have plenty of time set aside to do the cooking, to do some of the preparation. And what we want to do is go ahead and mark those prep times in our calendars. So after you've written in the things that you absolutely know they're already scheduled that need to happen, and some prep times for some of those things, then please, 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 please take out a piece of paper and just sit and think, what are the things that would be meaningful for me this season to participate in? Would you like to have an evening where or maybe more than one evening, where you just sit and you watch Christmas movies and you have spiced tea or hot chocolate? Would you like, is there a place near you? There's a place near us, a whole area in this town that completely decorates with lights, and it doesn't cost much to go in and then just walk. You can spend a couple of hours just walking and looking and talking and having a snack, just enjoying the beauty. What are some things like that you might like to participate in? Are there musical events or dramas in your community? Are there book readings or things where you can take your children to enjoy? Are there carol singings? Are there any places that you would like to go, like to be able to help, like with homeless shelters or with retirement homes, nursing homes, where you might be able to go and take your children to offer some joy during the season? What about baking times? Would you just love to spend a day doing nothing but baking Christmas cookies or Christmas desserts? Would that be fun for you? Would you love to be able to spend extra time this month reading a Christmas book? I used to love to do that every year, pick out a new Christmas novel and read it during the month. And I just loved to do that for a long, long time. The point is, you think about the things that are special to you, and you make sure they get on the list. And then go to the people in your family. If you are living with someone, then ask your children, ask your husband or wife or partner, ask them, what is special to you? What do we want to be sure that we get loaded into the month to make sure there's room for it, not a hastily thrown together last minute shovel out the door with anxiety and get it done. So write these things down, your things, their things, and then take that calendar back out again. And using the best sense of boundaries that you have, not putting in so much things that you're going from thing to thing to thing to thing with no space in between. We have to have margin in our lives. But planning, when are the things that are the most important to you? When are you going to get them done? When can you write them down so that they're able to happen? A well-ordered, peaceful holiday does not happen by accident in our culture. There's so much else going on. There's so much calling for our attention, asking for our focus, that if we're not careful with some order and some thinking ahead, we so often can get sucked into that tornado of just frenzy. And on the other side of that is exhaustion. I don't want that for you, and I don't want it for me. So plan the things that pretty much need to be done. Plan the things that you want to do and your family wants to do that will make the holiday season beautiful for you. Be sure that you leave some margin time and some planning time. And feel so free to say no to things that don't fit in your well-conceived idea of how this month is going to work. So if Aunt Sally in Kansas wants you to come visit for a weekend and you look and you realize, but if I do, I'll have to undo all these things, can you ask Aunt Sally if you might be able to visit her in January? Can you come up with other solutions? So look carefully. This really is very important. And at the end of the month, I believe that you will be grateful if you've taken just a little while to plan out, what is it that I really want to do? What is special? And what will make this the most special December that I've ever had? Thanks, and I have wonderful wishes of a fabulous month for you. Bye-bye.